Ever wondered what chemistry has to do with your favorite comic book? Or if you want to create one? Well, a lot. From the paper to the ink, and even the protective coating, chemistry is involved in every stage of creating a comic book. Let's bounce into the fascinating science behind it all. Coming up first, ink composition. Inking a comic book involves the use of pigments and dyes. These pigments are made of atoms that are held together by chemical bonds. The colors you see are the result of the absorption and reflection of different wavelengths of light, thanks to the specific chemical structure of the pigments. Now, let's flip the page to paper production. Paper is primarily made of cellulose, which is a solid material in the solid state. When it's processed and treated with chemicals, it becomes smoother and more suitable for printing. Understanding how matter behaves in different states, like solid, liquid, and gas, helps make paper perfect for your comic. Now, rising from the ashes, here comes color printing. Comics are printed using the CMYK color model, where pigments in ink interact in chemical reactions to create the different colors. These pigments absorb certain wavelengths of light and reflect others. The chemical reactions that happen when different inks combine on paper create the vibrant hues you see on every page. You're probably wondering, when you want to make a comic, how do you make the pages stay together, like a book? Well, that's all thanks to adhesives in binding. Comics are bound using adhesives, like polyvinyl acetate. This adhesive is made of long polymer chains that give flexibility and strength. The properties of matter, such as hardness, flexibility, and tensile strength, play as a big role in choosing the right adhesive for strong and durable bindings. When you're starting to print your comic, don't use liquid ink, use toner instead. Toner is made of tiny particles of plastic, carbon black, and iron oxide. When heat is applied, the toner particles absorb energy and fuse onto the paper. This energy transfer is a perfect example of how energy is involved in chemical processes to get the print onto the page. If you want to protect your comic from being ruined, you must use protective comic sleeves. Materials like polythene and mylar are used. These materials are made of long chains of molecules, which gives them durability and flexibility. The mold concept helps us understand how many molecules are in a given amount of material, which affects the properties of the plastic and how well it can protect your comic. If you think only people can age, no. Comics can age too and deteriorate over time, especially if they're exposed to acids. When paper becomes acidic, it turns yellow and brittle, and we don't want that. To prevent this from happening, acid-free paper is used in modern comics. The paper is buffered to maintain a neutral pH, protecting it from the harmful effects of acids and helping your comics last longer. But protective comic sleeves need all the help they can get. Well, that's all thanks to varnishes and coatings. To protect comics, a varnish coating is applied using compressed air sprayers. This process follows gas laws, as the varnish is stored under high pressure in the canister. When released, the varnish expands and spreads evenly over the page, creating a protective layer. From the pigments in ink to the sprays of varnish coating, chemistry is a key power in comic creation. The science behind each page makes the magic happen, from start to finish. So the next time you flip through your favorite comic, or if you're making one, remember the chemistry behind it is just as exciting as the story. Thanks for watching. Stay curious and keep exploring the science behind everything around you. Please share with this video, like and subscribe.